You are watching a master at work.
What's going on, everybody? It's KP here with the Elevation Academy. So I'm going to explain to you the most important part of the credit repair or credit building journey, and that's understanding how to read your credit profile. This is important because a lot of times we have inaccuracies on our credit report and we don't understand how to read it to determine what those inaccuracies are. I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step breakdown of what exactly every line of your credit profile looks like, what every line of your credit profile means, what you should be looking for, what should and shouldn't be there. We're going to spot some inaccuracies as we go through my custom credit report. It's not my personal credit report, but I did get authorization to show one of my clients so I can present it to you guys. Let's take out a pen and paper. If you want to check your own credit profile side by side with me, I have a link in the description below so you can sign up and get your credit report for just $1, so that way you can have the exact replica of what I'll be showing you to go ahead and how to read a credit report. This here is your personal information. When you log in to see your credit report, every credit report should have your personal information. It'll have all 3 credit bureaus, the date of the report. It doesn't have to be today's date. It'll have your name, so your name will be properly displayed. You want to make sure that that is correct. The also known as name could be any name that is also associated with your social security number. You want to make sure that there's nothing there, so dashes are what you're looking for. If you have anything there, you want to get those corrected. Former names, when people get married, your maiden name may appear here. Sometimes the bureaus may have your names reversed. That'll appear here. But you also want to get former names deleted. So you want to get, you want to have all dashes for also known as and former names. Your birthday, I've seen on occasion where the birthday field can just reflect the year. You want that to update to your actual date of birth. Your current address should be your current address. Previous addresses should be blank. The bureaus have no legal right to have your previous addresses. They just have them listed because those addresses are also associated with your social security number. So the things you want to look for: having one name, no also known as, no former, having your appropriate birthday, and having your current address. Previous addresses and employers do not need to be listed. If they are, you can do 2 things. You can send a personal identifier letter in to get them removed, or you can simply call the bureaus and ask for them to remove. So the next thing is your credit score. This is where you'll see your credit score. This specific client is in the 500s, which is unfavorable, but regardless of what you see, you'll know these are your credit scores. You want to make sure whatever you're using is showing your FICO score. So here we're using Identity IQ. This shows your Vantage scores. Everything else that's going to be on your credit report, so you can have a better idea on what you're looking at and what everything means. So the next thing after your personal information will be your credit score. These are your, or this specific client's credit scores. It'll show across all 3 bureaus. It'll let you know how the lenders are viewing you. So obviously under 600 is unfavorable. And then the credit score range. You can also see risk factors. So depending on what your credit score is, it can let you know how lenders are viewing you. Hey, the date you open your oldest account is too recent, too many inquiries, stuff like that. We then want to scroll down. You can see a summary of your credit in total. So you'll know you have 16 total accounts, 19 across Experian and 20 across Equifax. 13 are open across 2 of the 3. One has 14. You can see how many closed accounts you have. So 6, and 3. How many you have in delinquency, how many are derogatory, how many are in collections, the total balances across all of your accounts, and the total monthly payments across all of your accounts. If you have any public records, that'll be shown here. And how many inquiries you've had over the last 2 years will reflect here. So the summary is just that. It gives you just a small detailed summary of what is on your credit report. Now we have the account items. This is going to show you everything that's on your credit report in full detail. Let me show you what everything means. In the dark gray area, you're going to see the name of the creditor. So this is Navy Fed. You're going to see the account number, account type. So this shows that this is a revolving credit card. The account type details just let me know that was a credit card. The bureau code. Individual means that you are the primary card holder. If you ever see joint, that means you're a co-signer. Account status. Account status lets us know if this account is open or closed. The monthly payments is how much your monthly payments are for the account. The date open is when you open the account. Sorry, the balance is how much the balance is due. Total balance is due. Number of months, if you have an installment loan or something like that, it'll tell you how many months you have left on your loan. Your high credit limit. Your high credit limit lets you know the highest the limit has ever been on that account. So for this being a credit card, this client has had this card up to $13,447 at one point. Credit limit lets you know the total credit limit on that account. Past due lets you know if you have any late payments, how much is actually past due. Payment status let you know what's the current status. So this person is current. If the person was late, it would say late 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. If it was a repossession, it would reflect that. It'll just give you the payment status of the current account. Last reported means that is the last time. Excuse me. That is the last time that that Navy Fed. Excuse me. That is the last time that Navy Fed reported this account to TransUnion. Comments is just any comments that the credit bureaus have. So the date of last active also reflects of the date of last reporting. It typically means this is the last time the Navy Fed was active in reporting something on your account. And the date of last payment was the last time you made a payment on the Navy Federal account. So that goes through everything on a credit report. As you can see, everything listed will have the same things on the left hand side. So this client has quite a few. After you've gotten through all of the account types, you can then see the inquiries. So this shows all the inquiries in depth. The creditor, the type of inquiry it was, the date of inquiry, and which bureau holds the inquiry. Below inquiries, you can then see public information. So this is where any liens or bankruptcies will be housed. And then the creditor contact list. So every creditor that you have on your credit report is required to give you their information. And you can find it at the very bottom of your credit report. So Transworld Systems, Inc. has an address of 500 Virginia Drive, Fort Washington, PA. Just that simple. And this is really used for if you're going to send them mail, you'll have the address specifically to where you need to mail that specific creditor. So now you have a full understanding of how to read your credit profile. I want you guys to go down, list all your inaccuracies, figure out what doesn't belong there. If you've already purchased my ebook bundle, you can now plug and play the items that don't belong there into the credit letter template. If you haven't, I have another link in my bio that will allow you to purchase the 5 ebook bundle so you can get more education on how to read your credit profile, how to fix your credit profile, and the templates to go ahead and create those credit repair letters with the education of what needs to be where and why it needs to be there. Appreciate you guys for watching this whole video. If you've stayed with me this long, then you're probably a part of the academy and you already understand the value and the education that I provide within my ebooks, within my mentorship, within my program. So stay tuned for the next video where we then talk about what to do with your credit now that you've eliminated all of those debts, all those collections, all of those mark-offs, charge-offs, whatever. We're going to work on building out our credit profile so we can start getting funded.